Good day. Today's news theme, lesson number 2, nature. First of all, read and translate the text, nature. People do usually say that nature is our mother. It gives a person everything that is necessary for life, even though we don't always appreciate its gifts. What could be better than the warm sun, majestic mountains, and the blooming trees in the spring? The world of nature is very rich and varied. There are hundreds of thousands of species, many of which we were never seen in our life. We all use it to live in a world that seems to be built by ourselves. We live in big houses, occupied with high-tech consumer devices. We are able to travel long distance using cars, trains, and planes. We are able to know what is happening thousands of miles away over the internet or television, but all of this is secondary. We use the knowledge of the laws of nature and its power to create all these technologies in a way. Certainly, you cannot live fully if you do not have the opportunity to bask in the summer sun, enjoy the fresh morning air, breathe the scent of roses, see billions of stars high in the night sky. Some may disagree, but all of us need these simple pleasures from time to time. People like to spend their weekend and holidays outdoors so that communications, which nature helps them to relax and gather stress to solve important problems in our human world. The second task speak on the topic how we protect our nature. Use in your topics pictures and wisdom saying. We must keep our environment clean. There is so much pollution in the air now that if it weren't for our lungs, there would be no place to put it all. Robert Orban, US comedy writer. We must protect our animals. There is no place in nature for extinction. 100,000 marine mammals and nearly a million seabirds die either from getting caught in or eating litter each year. Many of these creatures are already threat of endangered species. Our land is full of beautiful flowers, plants, trees, which grow and blossom in the meadows, on the banks of the rivers and lakes, in the forests and in our gardens. We must be change we wish to see in the world. Okay, third task, match the word patterns below in big questions. Develop and fuse engineering power for species, water change, wildlife agents, air trade, climate crisis, energy conservation, fossil countries, nuclear storage. Answer the questions. Fill in the blank necessary word patterns from A. Are you a member of an environmental? How successful are these organizations at protecting the environment? What do charities like this do to protect the environment? What action do you think they should be taking? In your opinion, why is legal so protected? Which exotic animals are most at risk? What do you think people do with these exotic animals? What do you think can be done to stop the poacher? Did you know that champions are there are very few of them left in the world? Uh, do you know which other animals are in danger of extinction? What do you think we should do to protect these animals? Do you know what happened at the Chernobyl station in the Ukraine in 1986? What do you think can be done to prevent disasters like this happening in the future? What is the opinion of nuclear power as a source of energy? Do you know why this is important apart from wood? What do trees provide us with? How do you think the governments in should plan the future development of their habitat and nature? Should they try to help reduce poverty first by creating more family by cutting down forests, or should they prioritize protection the environment? Do you think we should use ever to create energy? What alternative sources of energy should we use instead? Why do we use alternative sources of energy now? Which recent changes in the weather and the environment do you think are due to? The, what change do you think people could make in their everyday lives in order to help prevent the planet getting warmer? Has he ever affected you? Have you ever experienced a power cut? What do you do to the reduce energy consumption? What do you use a university of or company do? When two-thirds of our planet is covered by water, what do you do to save water? What could be people do to save more water in the future? Task. Read and translate the text. Make a presentation on one of the environmental problems from the text below. Every day we hear about environmental problems: acid rain, pollution, climate change, destruction of rainforests, and other wild habitats. The environmental is all the things we need to be able to live: clean water to drink, air to breathe, and healthy food to eat. We can't live without plants and animals. They help to make the soil. They clean the water and the air, and they give us all our food. The world is our home, and we want to see it clean and beautiful. At the same time, we take from nature as much as we can. We cut down forests, build farms, houses, roads, and factories on the land. Chemical wastes pollute river water, killing wildlife. The pollution affects the health of people and animals. We make a lot of waste, some of which is toxic. We pour toxic waste into our rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans. Animals in danger. It is necessary to help wild animals. Many of them are in danger now. For example, pandas, which live in a jungle, and white bears, which live in Arctic. Dodo, the last of these large quiet birds, died many years ago. By the 1619s, there were no dodos in the world. As it rains, are dangerous for animals, plants, water, and people. Forest fires are one of the greatest natural destroyers of our forests. Each year, fires burn millions of hectares of forests of all over the world. Rainforests are very dense for warm and wet forests. Rainforests are found of many continents across the earth except Antarctica. They cover only 6% of the Earth's surface, but yet they contain more than a half of the world plant and animal species.